All right, so this is one final overview of what is going on here before I turn this sucker on. I'm a little nervous because Judgment Day is upon us. So this is more of a reference, so I know what's happening if I ever open this stuff up because there's just so much going on. Plungers up here. You've got a little board up here. This is the service board for the the LCD lockdown bar monitor, and that is just adjusting the the brightness and such. We've also got a lot of button wiring here. There's the button board for that side of the cabinet. You've got the service board, so that's controlling the service, the volume and such for the cabinet itself. You've got a couple switches here that are ultimately controlling the coins. You can push the eject button or select a coin or insert it or push a button for the coins. You've got the main button board here where everything's plugged in to. You've got the side button board for the flippers over the side. There's the shaker. There's the audio for the surround sounds. I don't think I've got to push anything on there, but there are a couple buttons that are available for use. Shaker. That little board there is connecting all of the toys that are the topper itself, which you can see there, those three. And then there's the light bar as a whole. All of that power is coming into the 12 volt section here. We've got the main board here. There's a little dial here, that blue thing right there. That allows you to turn the nozzle to control the strength of the shaker as a whole. You can see it's right there. You just quarter turn that to give it a different strength. There's the power supply that ultimately runs to the red up there. This board is strictly for the light bar that's at the top of the topper. You can see that is the keyboard and mouse wire that is going to the front of the cabinet. It's on an extender, if you will. I needed one extra USB, and that served its purpose there. That board there is how you control all the LEDs. You push that little white button, and then that resets everything. You don't want to push that once you've got everything set up. That's the power for all the LEDs, the 5 volt. The power supply there is for all the LEDs. We got a lot going on with the wires. Future Justin, in case you've got to remember this. Each one of those color wires represent, the party that the LEDs are going to be having, right? LEDs work already, so this is awesome. But it starts in the front right, travels up through there. It actually goes, I'm trying to think here. It goes up to the back of the cabinet. I'm going to kind of look. Yeah, it goes to the back of the cabinet. And there, actually, I'm just going to admire the clean backing there. But I got to really think here. I'm probably going to have to just reference my own LED video again. But I know for sure it's going there to the end there. I'm pretty sure it's going across here, and then it's coming across here, and it ends there. However, I've got another wire. Yeah, this is right. And then I go through another wiring, goes to the end of that where the little button is for the start. The wire is fed there, and it's going to the bottom of the cabinet all the way over, and then it's going up. That's exactly what it is. Then it's coming around here. And then it's going down. And then it's going to the front of the cabinet itself. So we've got two circuits going there. And then last but not least, we've also got some fancy dancy wiring on those little sticks that I'm putting up on the edge of the cabinet so that the monitor is flush. That little wire hanging there, that little wire hanging right there, and that wire hanging right there. Got to plug those in. I've labeled the little sticks that have the LEDs on them. On the right side and the left side, what's facing in and what's facing out. I wrote directly on those. And you got to plug in that one there. And then that's going to connect the circuit all the way around. And then it ends to the front. So that's all the LEDs. I guess the speaker itself also has some wiring connected to it. Don't need to worry about that. I do have a service board for the marquee monitor just behind this panel. It was right here. And the only time I'm going to be using that is if I have to adjust the color and such. Fans already hooked up. That's hanging out. Also, fans hanging out there. And then I've got all the wiring up here. All of this is breakaway. I've got a breakaway here and a breakaway there if I want to break that circuit for the LEDs. Also here, I've got all of the wiring here. I can pull out of here and I can break away that if I need to, but you know, I'm not going to do that. But I've soldered the main piece here, and then I've got a breakaway wire if I need it. I can just pull that out, but I'm going to just keep that tucked in because that's what we're here for. We're finished up here. So what else do I want to look at? Little board there that's also connected to the LCD lockdown bar. And the front. So the coins, I can push that. I can push the button, or no, that's the coin. Or I can insert the coin itself. Got one of these fancy arcade coins that came from somewhere. I'm sure it was just not spent. No value, I guess, but I guess a little nostalgia. I don't know, whatever. And what else? This. So this is, all the electronics are hooked up to, you know, the automatic switch as soon as the PC has power. This guy has its own power supply, and you can see it's kind of hidden here. I've got it all attached to this leg, and then that runs up against the wall, and that has power. There's a little power switch here, and we want to have this set to 7.2, master switch here. Once you select those, you don't want to touch those again. Well, maybe you will. I don't know what I'm doing. You know, why are you following me? I don't know. Okay, so there's service board buttons, and that is, that's the nightmare that I've been going through for last year. You know, the Cleveland, company, and I don't know, Game Room Solutions, a number of MacGyver hacks along the way, but it's all been great. You know, there's bumps in the roads with any projects, but I am happy this is kind of over. Would I do it again? Absolutely. But, you know, remaining to be seen, is this working? I did put a little grill cover on both of these, and I've got the fans there, and I've secured this all down, so you know that's not going anywhere. It's all pretty clean. I've got the wires all situated there. Obviously, I gotta clean up that nastiness, whatever it looks like. That's a little dusty, but that is it. So I'm gonna try turning this on. Oh, here's the light bars that I was talking about. I've got, I see you, so I need to be able to see that. And this is the right front out. So that's just how my brain works. Scary, I know, but that's what it is. That's the right front cab in, so that's going in the cabinet. I see you says that's pointing out. I've got that for each one of those light bar things that I made there. So there's the Game Room Solution Vegas mount that I'm not using because I don't trust it. So I made these blocks here. You know, the blocks are good here. Note to self, I don't want to lift this all the way up because the monitor is just a little too close to that. I don't want to hug that and break the monitor itself, but for what it is, I went to get a handle. This is awesome. A lot more secure than this little piece of threading. I mean, it was fine, but it was wobbling all over the place. That is gonna turn out great. The other side does have one of these ropes there that allows me to pull the back up, and the handle is in the front, so I can securely remove this whenever I need to. But hopefully I'll never have to get in here again. So, turned out pretty sweet, but I'm kind of glad it's over. I'm going to go ahead and turn this on, but I'm going to submit this video as a summary video so we can kind of see what's going on if I ever need to reference it again. But if you're thinking about a pinball project, you should do it. But just remember, it's going to take you quite a bit of time, unless you're Superman or something. Take your time. I'm going to go ahead and turn this on. Hope the magic smoke stays in. If you got to the end of the video and if you want to prove it, I really should do this like on all my videos because I don't know if any of this is real. If you want to prove it, we're going to say a keyword here. I don't know what the keyword's going to be, but I saw another video somewhere else doing it, and I think it's kind of cool. So the keyword, if you want to prove it, put in the comments below. The keyword is VPin rules. All right, let's see if this works. Enjoy, everyone.